So hi guys, today we will see something very interesting, how to create a simple line drawing animation. And this is a website where we can download footages for free. I have a tutorial specifically explaining all these options and all about downloading footages already in channel. Please go and check that. I'm just going to explain it again. Here we have the download options, and here we have a lot of footages, and there are some pro videos like you have to pay to download that. And if you can search some topics, you can find videos regarding that topic. Okay, so I have already chosen one footage. Okay, I'm not able to find that footage. Let me search. Just a minute. Okay, boy running. Okay, so let me search the search. Okay, here I have the footages and all. So all these footages are free and you can download it for free. Okay, there is no need of you to pay the money or anything like that. You have the license info here, and all these informations you can just read if you want, like TV broadcast, web, copy and paste the following HTML code on the page. Okay, we don't need anything regarding this. Here we can see HD footage it is, and here we can see the description, and click on this free download option and it should automatically get downloaded. Okay, yeah, save the file. That's it. So I have already saved the file, so now I'm just keeping it. Here we have iStock footages. This is a sponsored images. If you want to download this stuff, you have to pay them like this much credit needed for that. We can get a lot of footages here. Here we can see free downloads, like lots of footages for any purpose. We can get it over here. People usually upload into Vidizy and we can download it for free. You can search the topic, and there are some other options like browse latest. Here you can see the latest uploads and all. So it's a good footage for any work related things. You can download free from this website. So let's move into the Nuke. Okay, here we have Nuke, and here have the MOV file. Okay, so Nuke supports MOV file, Silhouette don't, so you have to convert that in Nuke. Here we have the codec informations and all. So I'm just going to write it or render it out. Here we have the 4K resolution. So yeah, just take a right node and save the file in the folder which you are going to render it. So I have already copied, and I have already rendered. So here we have the frame range option, so 50 to 100, and that's it. We can render it. So now we have Silhouette here. Already you guys know how to import the session or not, but I'm just explaining it. I have loaded a footage into here, and just drag that into the workspace and you can create a session. Even you can create a session here also, like new session. So this is a session named Instagram animation, and choose paint for that because we are going to do some paint work here. So make sure start frame starts like correctly, but I will choose the start frame should start by 1. So for that, what we can do, go into session settings and start frame 1. Okay, so now we can see the footage starts from 1, even though the footage starts from 85 or 75. Here I have made that like the footage should start from frame number 1. So yeah, I am taking 48 frames and 10th frame as the start frame, and 58 at the 58 at the end frame, so that yeah, I will get this movement of this character or this boy. Okay, now we have the paint setup, and here we can see like it's 2 frames per second. Like we have increased the speed. It's like a retiming kind of stuff, so I don't want to play with that much. Okay, so just playing the footage and seeing how the animation can be done. Here we have the paint node, and I'm just dragging it here. Okay, now we can customize it, like we can drag it and keep it anywhere in the workspace. And here I have the paint node. Okay, so this is the toolbar, and here we have the brush. Brush is a superb tool, like you can choose any color and you can paint it. And okay, yeah, we can choose any color, you can choose green and paint it off. So this is an important tool while doing paint, while painting in cartoon stuff. Like you can choose any color and just paint it off. It can serve just like a Photoshop for digital painting, but we don't have that much tools here like Photoshop, but we can do the digital painting here. So I'm just going to maximize the viewer because I just need the viewer. I'm going to trace it down like the character. I'm just drawing it over the character like the border. Okay, so here is a leg. I'm just drawing a shape, not precisely, because I'm just going to do a 2D animation kind of line drawing stuff. So I don't need much precise edges. Like for a demonstrative purpose, I'm doing like this. If you want a precise result, you should draw very precisely. Okay, just now I'm just doing it roughly. Okay, just this is the hand and all this. Okay, make it little precise so that the structure should look almost like the boy. You can use a Wacom for more precisely drawing the lines. Yeah, I have drawn all these shapes. So what I just did, I have painted on first frame and in the third frame. So I have skipped the in-between frames. This is because for a line drawing or 2D animation kind of stuff, like we need 12 frames per second for showing a good type of animation, which is pretty impressive for our human eye. So I'm just painting it 12 frames at least. So this is just for a tutorial purpose. You can do it according to your wish or your needs. So here I have drawn lines according to the movement of the character. So just go and take this color node and we'll check how the animation is looking. So I'm going to choose white color, so white over black. Yeah, now we can see it's not that bad. Okay, yeah, it's good. Have you watched Simon's Cat YouTube channel? He do similar kind of animation like cat with a character cat. So I'm just, yeah, now you can see the animation pretty good because I have changed the FPS into 12. Now we can see like 48 frames. It will automatically skip the in between frames. So that's it. That is the basic procedure of painting. Now I'm just going to render out the paint result, and let's take this into Nuke and do a lot of things. Even you can do all the stuff in Silhouette, but we can do advanced stuff in Nuke. So at least now Silhouette is not capable of doing such superb things like in Nuke we can do. So I'm just going to render it. Okay, so yeah, here we have the alpha option. Just check that because we need RGB and alpha. I will just uncheck RGB and I'm just taking alpha. Okay, so let's render it. Okay, let's check RGB, I guess, or no need. Let's press render. Okay, I'm just going to give the start frame. Everything is correct. Rendering. So here we have the Nuke and here we have the painted result. Okay, we have the alpha here in this. Like if you viewed the alpha channel, we can check that, or just take an alpha channel. Just take a shuffle node and shuffle the RGB channels into alpha. And here we have alpha channels in all the channels. Like we have alpha copied into RGB as well. So this is the animation we have rendered out from Silhouette. Now we can play with this. Okay, so here we have the strokes. So I'm just going to take a noise node to do some warping or distortion on this node. First of all, I will take an erode filter node to erode the lines a bit. Okay, you can control it over here. Just keep it according to your need. And okay, let's keep like a value of 2 or 1.5, or it's not like if you give much bigger values the stock is disappearing. So I'm just keeping it 1 here. This is the difference. Now I'm just taking the noise node and I'm going to distort it. For that I'm taking a copy node and connecting that into noise node, and what I'm going to do RGBA red, RGBA green. Okay, what I'm just going to do from noise, I'm just copying RGBA red and green into a new channel, forward U, forward V. So now we have a new channel here, forward, like we have motion here and also we have forward here. Motion data is there because I have already done that before, that's why. But normally we can get we can copy that RGB red and green into forward and we can see that here. Okay, and now take a iDistort node for distorting the line drawing. Okay, so take a iDistort node. Here we have iDistort. Okay, now you can just do it because nothing is happening because we didn't show the channels. Okay, just show it's like just select the forward channel, and yeah, now we can distort the lines according to our need. Okay, here we have the UV offset and UV scale. You can adjust that a bit and you can play with noise to distort the lines according to your need. I mean, I don't have much frames to see these minute animations. If you have a slow motion channel, I mean slow motion video, you can draw the lines over that and you can play with this iDistort using this noise. It will create excellent results. So I have adjusted the noise. This is just for tutorial purpose. I just don't have any idea of how the output should look like, but definitely I want to do serious animation, 2D animations for my Instagram handle, MadluxVFX Instagram handle. I'll do that later. Okay, yeah, now it's not that much visible but it's there still, an animation is there for the iDistort. Okay, so let's move again into the next process. I'm taking a constant here. Let's merge this and see how this looks with a different BG. I'm giving a gray channel, I mean gray tone here. Okay, let's make it 5 here. No, it's more, so 0.2 or 0.8. yeah, this works well. So now I'm just going to merge that line drawing into this BG. You can do this simple thing in Silhouette also, but I'm just taking into Nuke for if you guys are willing to do more filter kind of stuff, you can play with a lot of nodes in Nuke. Okay, so yeah, here we have the animation in a different BG. Okay, this looks nice, right? That's impressive. Okay, now what we can do is like we can do a lot of things here. I'm just going to give a glow kind of feel. Okay, just take a blur node. Even we can give glow also, exponential glow. A lot of gizmos are available, but I'm just showing the basic thing. Okay, so I have used a blur for creating a glow kind of effect. So here we have blur node. I have given 1000 value. Okay, yeah, we have a blur value like a glow here behind the character. Okay, 100 doesn't create much blur. 255. Okay, 500. Okay, let's play and see how it is. But I don't think it worked. It just created an halo. No, so I just want a glow kind of feel. So let's make the values 1000. Okay, yeah, this gives somewhat kind of glow effect in the BG. Okay, let's play and see how it is coming. And yeah, it's okay, it's kind of okay. Now we can just use a crop node to crop the unwanted stuff or the bounding box. Okay, just click on this reformat, and now we have the reformat node to just convert or to just use the Instagram format. I already have a format here, so I have choose that format with a pixel aspect 4:5. Yeah, 4:5 the pixel aspect. You can get all the details in internet, like what are the aspect ratios and what are the resolution needs for Instagram. So I have cropped and reformatted the whole output into a resolution that is needed for Instagram uploading. Okay, so let's see how it is coming. Yeah, it's pretty decent result, right? It's interesting. So what we can do, we can write it down, the output, and let's see how it is coming as an output. So for that you can even check these options if it is working for you. Like if you need something extra, you can play with the reformat node for adjusting the formats resolutions also. So I'm just going to render it out now. For rendering, what we can do a simple thing here. We can remove that in between frames, which is where there is nothing. So just add divided by 2. So every second frame or of first frame it will render, then third frame it will render, then fifth frame. So this is a good idea for rendering consecutive frames. First frame, then third frame. It will go in a different way, like it will skip one frame. So just click on this nearest frame. So let's see how it is coming. Now we can see kind of a smooth animation, right? Yeah, now we can see some kind of smooth animation. Okay, this is an EXR output. I want an MP4 render out. Okay, so for that we can delete this out, and I will just click on this option, EXR option word, and just type MP4. It's getting loaded. Now we have the codec and all. Just select H.264, and all these things you can just leave it off. The same frame range divided by 2 for skipping the in between blank frames. So it's rendering. Now let's see how the output comes. Here we have the MP4. Let's open it. Okay, yeah, here we have the MP4 with the Instagram resolution. Okay, there is some issue. Okay, this is because the MP4 starts on the first frame, right? So we have to go into the first frame to see the whole output. Yeah, so only 14 frames is the work, but if you sit on doing some creative task, it will be pretty interesting. The output will be pretty interesting. So you can use Silhouette and Nuke for creating such animations, and you can directly upload that into your Instagram and tag MadLooksVFX, because you have learned something from here. So you can use glow filters, and there are a lot of gizmos which will create lots of good effects for this. You can go and check Topic Rooms VFX. There are a lot of stuff over there which is very much interesting to do. Also, you can learn a lot from there. Yeah, you can just play with the glow parameters, and yeah, this is okay. This is the difference we can get from the glow. That's fine. Also, if you want to grade the alpha, or if you want to change the color of the lines, you can simply use a grade here. Okay, it's not coming because we have done something wrong. Choose RGBA here because it should affect alpha also. Okay, the basic thing is like what we did the grading before shuffle. Already we have converted the alpha into all the channels using the shuffle node. So I'm just pasting that grade node after the shuffle node so that it works properly. Now we have changed the color of the glow or the line drawing. Now also we can change the color of BG also. It depends on your need or your creativity. So thank you guys.